Well, guys, welcome everyone. Good to have everyone in. Wanted to do this training because there's a lot of things going on that are regulatory that's going to affect us, and it's actually going to be a net benefit, but it might be a little bit of a headache. But the great thing about marketing and some of these regulations that come down the pike from time to time is it weeds out the wheat from the shaft, if you will. So while it does make things a little more difficult, it clears the field for thus folks who are doing things right. And what I mean by right is we're not out there just free willy nilly spamming people, aggravating people, you know, marketing to people that have not given prior permission and those things. So that's a continued trajectory that we've seen for many years. Greenback is on here with me, and he can tell you our initial system years ago, which was called ALT, we could scrape a ton of leads, load it in a dialer, and just go to town. And it was the wild, wild west of online marketing back in the early 2000s. But because some people did not act in a proper manner, in a sophisticated manner, more and more regulations through the carriers or the government have had to take place. And so that's what we're sort of managing today, a new, and we announced this a month ago, and now is the come to Jesus moment because the deadline is here. I had one member ask, hey, can we bump this back until, maybe September? And I says, no, we gave you sort of a false deadline of the 1st of August. It had to be done simply because we knew the carriers were going to not play around when it came to the end of this month. So what I'm referring to, if you haven't seen, and I'm letting people in as I'm trying to talk, if you have not seen in your dashboard, there is this alert that's going on, this A2P 10 form. Let me get the right language on this so you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. One second. I'm trying to walk and chew gum at the same time. People are trying to get in, and I'm trying to navigate the back office at the same time. So sometimes it's hard for yours truly here to walk and chew gum at the same time. But there is a A2P 10 DLC registration. And the way this thing works is you have to register with the carrier saying, hey, I'm a real person. I'm not a spam bot. Please allow my text and voicemail and phone calls to go through. And what has subsequently happened through this process is now they are being inundated with applications. And so we've had some members who've been waiting on their approvals for, going on a month and a half now. And we've had some people that has gotten it in 72 hours. And we've had some, when I think we first announced this, Gary, I don't know how long it took you, but you probably got yours pretty quick right there when we first announced that. So there was, the time frame is sort of all over the map as to the registration process. But now we're on the 11th hour here. We're coming up on the end of August, and the carriers are going to stop allowing text, voicemail, and phone calls go out for those numbers who have not been registered nor approved yet. If you're in the pending process, it's going to look at, you can't get through until that happens. So what can you do? We have been told by our developers that in your back office, when you get into your dashboard and you go under settings and you go to phone number, what you can do, this A2P 10DLC registration is for 10-digit numbers. It's not for toll-free numbers. So one way that you can get around this, if you're still pending, is register and buy a toll-free number. It's going to cost you a few dollars to buy it, and it's going to cost you a few dollars a month. I think like $4 or $5 to keep it each month. But you can continue to send out text. You can continue to send out voicemail. You can continue to send out everything. The only thing you will have to do is make sure that is your default number. So when you register and you get that number, go over to the right-hand side. There are three. As a matter of fact, let me just show you my screen right here. Let me share screen. Can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see my screen?
Yep, yep.
Yep. All right. So if you will see over here on the right-hand side, you see these little 3-digit things right here, 3 dots. Once you get your number, what you will want to do is click on that number or those 3 digits like that right there, and click there. It says set this as default number. That way, when you're sending out text, when you're sending out voicemails, when you're sending out uh, voice drops, when you're trying to dial out anything like that, it will go right there. Now, let me give you a word to the wise. If you are new, and by the way, most of us who are having to do this or get another number, you might have been with me for 10 years, but that's a new number, which means it's got a new reputation score it's got to develop. Okay. So when you're starting a new number, what you want to do is dot every I, cross every T, behave very, very well with your marketing. And let me sharpen the pencil on that. And let me tell you what that language means. Do not go out and buy a list to cold market to. Do not scrape a list and cold market to it. Only use your number for the first few weeks to respond through the autoresponder for opt-in. So when someone sends a registration form and says, hey, I want to sign up for this event, I want to join and sign up on this calendar event thing here. That's what's called in marketing transactional data usage. You're using your data for transactional purposes. Someone opted in, they bought this product, good or service, they booked an appointment on a calendar, they opted in this form for something, whatever, and you are responding in that and saying, hey, I got this, or whatever your language is. You got to do that and keep your usage there at that number for a while, because what's happening, the algorithms are showing the carriers that there's this constant back and forth text to phone, and they're not getting a large spam report. They're not getting a bunch of stop reports. They're not getting a bunch of, people, hey, I didn't want this. Because what's happening, what happened with a few folks about a month, 2 months ago, when we announced this, they got their number, they started cold marketing. And when you cold market with either email or text, any type of cold marketing, it's just par for the course. You're going to get a lot of people opting out, unsubscribe, stop. And if you catch someone on the bad day and they don't know you, you might even be called something other than your Christian name. It's just it's just the way it works around here, right? But we're not here to be liked. We're here to be helped or to help and build rapport with those who are supposed to be our clients. But nonetheless, what happened to those clients is they new numbers, used it in cold marketing, and then trying to register their A2P 10DLC registration, that the score on that number with the carriers already had taken a hit. And so they just got sort of behind the 8 ball in getting registered. So I know we've had a ton of people that's logged in a few moments late. So let me just reiterate what I said on the front end. And I think it bears repeating, even if you were here. If you have a number and you have not registered it yet with your A2P 10DLC registration, which is under settings, phone numbers right here, as of August the 31st, the carriers will no longer accept text, voicemail, or out or inbound calls to that number. They won't accept it from a number that's not registered. Okay. From a 10-digit number. So get it registered. If you have applied for registration and it is still pending, or it's been declined or whatever, the workaround for you right now is to go under your managed numbers here, click on add number, and get you a toll-free number, because toll-free numbers will allow you to still send out rather than the 10-digit local numbers. Now, the reason where you want to be at the end of the day is you want to have a local number in the local market that you are marketing. And by the way, you can buy several numbers. I'm in the upstate of South Carolina with a little county called Spartanburg. So our area code is 864. If I'm marketing in Charlotte, which is up the road, maybe I want a 704 number. If I'm marketing in Asheville, maybe I want an 828 number. If I'm marketing over in Tennessee, I want a, what is it, 615? So as I grow my agency in a marketing area, I want a number that's local because it just helps my marketing. Okay. But if I have not been able to get the carriers to play ball, I've not been able to get signed off on or whatever, I need to get that toll-free number so my app can continue to push data and I can send and receive text. So that's very, very important. So here again, if you have a number and it hadn't been registered, get it registered today. If the number has been rejected, has been declined, or it's pending, you have up until August the 31st. This is not our date. Don't ask us to change it. Don't ask us, can we negotiate? Has nothing to do with us. This has everything to do with the carriers. We put our deadline the first of the month because we need people to be waiting around. But nevertheless, that's it. So here again, this is a good thing because for you guys that are doing business the right way, this is going to separate you from the guys out there that's not doing business the right way. And they're going to find themselves harder and harder to do marketing with text marketing specifically, and which it interprets into actually online marketing because, online marketing is nothing more than how I meet the people. And typically I'm able to connect with them because of social media or online. But now we're talking back and forth through my chat bot, my text, my voicemail, and all that other stuff, more so than anything else. Okay. So treat your numbers and treat getting your reputation built just like we teach on the email. Okay. When you get your email system set up, don't cold market at first. Do a bunch of transactional emails back and forth. As they opt in, it responds back, blah, blah, blah. And you'll get your reputation built and built well there. So that's the first time sensitive thing I wanted to talk to you about and make sure you're up to speed on, because I don't want anybody not able to do the marketing that they need. The second thing is for you guys, I know this is an open session, so we've got people on here that are not members and we have people that are members. For those real quick that are not members, one of the things we do at TW3, if you become a member, steps 1 through 6, we teach you how to build a sales funnel, a marketing funnel online so that you can recruit people into the TW3 business or take that template and recruit them into an insurance business or a real estate business or any other type of business. If you're in the business, maybe you're not even in the business, but you want to recruit them into something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business. This way we teach you how to create ad copy, clickable ad copy, opt into form, follow up, all of that stuff. It's a very step-by-step training that we offer. And one of the things we've done heretofore is to be able to give you sort of a fast track, and we will put all that together for you. And we sold it as a sales or tech bundle. We just updated that. And we've got a brand new funnel that is even more comprehensive than the one prior. This one don't just have the pages and the videos, which we've always had. It has multiple pages, multiple videos. We show you how to take one offer and go out into 3 different layers there, or streams, if you will. And we also have the follow-up as well. So the follow-up sequence with text, voicemail, email, all built for you. That's going to be the new tech bundle. We're offering this to any member, any active member that wants it. All you have to do is send in a ticket, which is through my chat bot in the bottom right-hand corner. Says, I'd like the new sales funnel. We'll give it to you. If you join before August the 31st, we will give you that tech bundle. After that, it replaces the old one, which sells for $497. Okay. So we're just trying to get it out there, trying to get people using it. Gary's on here. Other people's on here. We've had new members that have just joined in the last few weeks already making 2 and 3 sales with the new funnel. So this new funnel is a rock star. I don't like to brag, but I did pretty good on this one. I'm proud of myself.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best ones that you made, Terry. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, after 15 years, Gary, hopefully I'm finally getting something right.
You messed around and did something correct, right?
I've always told you a blind squirrel to find an acorn. It took me 15 years, but I finally clicked on something. But no, this funnel, I mean, it you're going to have people that don't do business with you still happy to stay on your list because we're front loading it with value, giving them things right up front to help them wherever they're at. And through that process, whittling them down to saying, maybe this is a client that would be right for you. So what's happening is, and what newer members who are making sales are telling me, Terry, all it is taking that final phone call and asking for the money because they already know everything. They know what's good, what's bad, what, the up and down about our system, our software, what we do, what we don't do. And if they didn't want to do it, they already took an exit ramp and I'm making money on the exit ramp they took. So the new funnel is bad to the bone and it's got everything for you. And you might be on here today and say, well, Terry, I'm not in the TW3 business. Don't care anything about the TW3 business. No problem. Get that. That's totally cool. But you could take this funnel and use it as a template for other purposes. So that's the value it would serve for you as well, because you'll be able to see from a comprehensive, holistic standpoint how a funnel and all the moving parts work together, because one will be built for you.
Oh yeah, then also that's an elite funnel too, because you have all the referral marketing built out too. That channels all that other additional income there passively. So you're giving it away to everybody.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody gets it. So it's not just the elites, but everybody that has an active membership. So that's what I'm telling my members. I just wanted to, throw that in, there.
Yeah, it is. Thank you for pointing that out, Gary, because sometimes I just assume everybody, but you're right. You need to know this is an elite level funnel. This is not our entry level funnel. So this is something you're getting that we teach how to do on the elite level, even though you might be an SRT or plus, you're getting the elite level funnel, which I think will help you and show you some of the value of what it is to be as an elite member. Speaking of values and elite members, we announced, guys, help me, Lori, Gary. I don't remember when we announced the sub account system to where we're moving all of our enterprise sales over to you just buy a sub account and set it up how you want and charge what you want. For you guys that don't understand, let me explain how that works. So let me go over here to this page, right? Whoop, not that page. Let me go over to TW3. I feel like I got too many pages, guys. Pray for me. So we got all of these various software systems, and heretofore what we did was we just broke it up and said, okay, like if someone wanted to get the auto chat, they could get the auto chat, and the elite members, and everybody can sell this, but the elite members make, the lion's share on this. Okay. And it's a 50% split with the elites. If you are an affiliate, you can sell this and get a 10%. So $30 a month for an elite, $15, $30 a month for anyone else. If you sold this, would be $3. So you can see there's a big difference. What we did a few months back, I can't remember exactly when, is we told the elites, said, listen, instead of having all this onesie twosie stuff and the enterprise sales and having these plans here, like for instance, for cars and auto and fitness and all of this other stuff, and it was broken up in different prices. I'm still using this as a template. This is what I sell my systems for, but I'm telling the elites and any of you guys, because you can all sell it. You're either going to get 50% commission or 10% commission. What we told the elites is from now on, you can buy an entire app for $25 a month. It's $25 a month. And then you sell one of these systems, because all this is, what we did a few months back is we also loaded your system with 10,000 templates, thousands of templates in your system. So you get a new app and you can load whatever. If you're talking to someone in the auto business, you just get you a new sub app. It's on your system. Then you go over and load it up with all the auto marketing. And then you give your client a login and boom. And then you set it up. Now for me, if I was doing this, I can show you what I'm selling it for. I sell this one right here for $2,000 a month. That's $25 per month for you. Okay. That's your cost. Well, that was our introductory price, the $25. because of some of these new changes and cost of support and all this other stuff, we are having to go up on that. Until the end of the month, we're still offering at $25. So if you want sub accounts, get it for $25 while the getting is good. After August is up, it will go up to $75 a month. Okay. So there's still plenty of margin. I mean, you're not going to be losing money if you don't get something before then, because like most of these things right here, you can see are, pretty significant as far as what they pay. But we are having to go up just because of the phone and with the cost of data and the cost of support and hosting. Everything is going up. Our cost of doing business is going up. So we're not wanting to raise the price of membership. We're not wanting to raise the price on anywhere. But this is one area that we were sort of way underpriced. To be honest with you, this is a whole app is worth $150 a month. It just is. People that use our platform that are branded differently, their entry level price is $150 a month for everything you get. Okay. So we're having to go up a little bit just to cover our costs, but that is to elite members only. That price that I just gave you of $75 a month, you have to be an active elite member. And then you can get sub apps set up as many as you want for $75. And you say, well, what good is that? Well, let me give you some real world examples. I'm an insurance broker. Okay. And I've got my app and it does all the lead generation and the marketing and stuff for me. But I've got John Smith over here that is a sub agent for me. And rather than, he's not in it for the business, he's not in it for anything. And I want him to stay focused. I want him to stay on selling my insurance. I can say, well, I'm going to set you up a virtual office and everything, and it's going to cost you $200 a month to run that virtual office. And then I sell him a sub app. Okay. And I'm paying 75 and I'm charging him whatever. Or maybe I am a church and I've got a sub churches under me, or maybe I am a real estate or any agency type model. You can use that. And you can also use it here again if you're out there wanting to sell various components, like maybe I need to sell someone a funnel, maybe I need to sell them a CRM, maybe I need to sell them something else. You can sell them all three, all that. Now, someone asks, well, what's the difference between that and a membership? Well, if someone buys a component, number one, they can't resell it. Number two, we don't offer them support at all. Number three, they're your problem. They're not our problem. So you're taking on the cost of managing that business and facilitating that business. We don't do that. That's 100% you. Okay. So just to reiterate, and then we'll get into your questions, because I know I've got questions coming in. Number one, phone registration, August 31st cutoff. If you're in pending mode, make sure you get you a toll-free number. Number two, the funnel offer is good until the end of the month, and then it's going to go up to $497. So if you're an active member, you can get one now for free. If you're not a member, been thinking about become a member before the end of the month, because we're going to give that to you and give that funnel away, which Gary's can tell you, Lori can tell you, anybody that's been an active member, it's been a really good funnel for us, and the proof's in the pudding. I mean, that's my opinion, but I'm just seeing so many results from it. And three, and finally, sub accounts for elite members are going up from 25 to 75 starting in September. Okay. So that's all the news. It is news. Let's get into your questions. Terry, do we want to complete the A2P first, then register the number, or vice versa? So get the number first and then register the number. So you get the number first and then you register the number. And if the number stays in this pending mode or declined or whatever else, then go and get you a toll-free number. And just so you can continue to operate and do business. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. And someone says, can you show a little bit about the funnel? I'm not a member, thinking about becoming a member, and can you show how to personalize the new funnel? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That was another question. So we got several funnel questions. So let's just get over there and look at it. So let's get into my back office right here. We'll go to sites. We'll go to funnels. We'll go to the 2023 biz off. Okay, so there's several components here. Number one, you will see Right here is the apply, which is forms that you'll already be having a form created for you. You will have a video that's set up on a timer. And what I mean by that, when they see it, it looks just like this. Okay. Nothing else. But if you'll notice, if you look in the back of it, what's happening is they don't get options to move forward until they watch the rest of that video. Okay. But once they watch the rest of that video, these drop down options take place, and they can get an hourly job or a remote sales job with us, or become a certified trainer. So we give them 3 options right there, and that's all on a timer synced with the video. Okay. So that's that. And then once they go there, they break off into videos that are then offering either that presenting an hourly opportunity, which will look like that, or presenting a becoming a sales rep of ours, or showing them what a certified trainer is, which is becoming a member. And then once, if they want to become a member, we ask them, what type of member do you want? Okay. And so you can see this is a very intuitive, it's breaking everything down in a conversational component. And we realize before someone comes off the hip a few $1,000s, well, who are these people, and what results can I expect, and what of other people? We have a whole testimonial page that shows over the last 15 years, our clients and colleagues and people we work with, and people that will tell you, who we are and what we're about. And then we have a page here that gives them a full demo of everything, that ways that other people have made money, just a live demo. Here's some things that I or other people have done with our system to generate income, to generate leads, to grow their school, to grow their church, to grow their business, whatever it is they're wanting to do. Here are some demos. So there's a demo page right there. And then also, what we've never done before is we're giving you the automation component to this as well. So over here, you've got, when they log in or opt in, you got a follow-up sequence, you got a trigger sequence, you got a workflow sequence in email, you got a certified trainer if they become that. So since I launched this on August the 7th, I've basically closed 5 certified trainers and 2 are pending right now. And then I've offered 27 people have opted into the hourly opportunity, which means I get $5 per person there. And then I've recruited, this is my own personal funnel, folks. I've only created, I posted 1 ad in Atlanta, Georgia, 1 ad in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's what it's netted me. Okay. And then I've had 33 people that the remote sales means they become affiliates. This whole follow-up sequence that I'm showing you here, you get. And then once you get it, of course, you can go in and personalize it just by changing the language on it, hitting save. So if I go in here and say SMS, right here, it says contact's first name. So if it was Gary that opted in, it'd say, hey, Gary, we just received your application to start your virtual interview. If you had a different video you wanted to send or change something, you would just change the link right there. So all of this stuff.
Hey, let
that
them
you
hear that voice drop too, Terry, if you can, real quick.
Oh, yeah. The voice drop. Let's see here. Let me go over here and make sure my audio is on. Thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
Let's see here. This thing has been golden for me because it is pushing people through the funnel. So what happens is they fill out that form, a text goes, an email goes, and a voicemail all at one time. And then they get this voicemail right here.
Hi, this is TW3 confirming we have received your application. We have sent you an email and text to start your virtual interview. Please complete this virtual interview within the next 24 hours if you're still interested in pursuing this opportunity. Thanks, and we look forward to speaking with you further upon the completion of your interview.
So, and by the way, Gary,
that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
He's pointing out something. None of these videos, anything I've done, nothing has my voice, name, face, or anything on it. It's all done through AI. Why, that way it's a little more, center of America, and probably going to appeal to a more mass audience than, a Southern guy down here.
and then real quick, just like you said earlier, I just want to echo real quick. Somebody could take that funnel, that blueprint, and apply it to their other business, insurance, real estate, solar, roofing, and that would just be lights out. Because like I said, this one here's Terry, you got the email, you got the text, you got the text going out to confirm they received the email. Then you got the voice drop. All this stuff is just like strategically put in place to where it's one of the best ones I've seen you make through the whole time. So I mean, it's just I just wanted to kind of throw that in there, too, so people can hear that too. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I appreciate that, Gary. And here's the thing about you guys need to know. I'm not here trying to tell anyone, hey, get in the TW3 business. That's not what we'd love to have you. But here's the thing. I am basically, like Gary's telling you, I'm sharing everything I'm doing for my own business. And then you get these assets, and all you have to do is repurpose them for your own benefit, whatever business you're in. Okay. So you can take these funnels, you can take these pages I've created and make them your own, because everything there is editable. From, I just showed you the automation. If you go back under sites right here, for instance, and you go to 2023, which is what the name of the funnel will be, you can change all of these up right here. And let's say right here is where it says choose certification. I think it's on this page right here. You'll see it pops up once they get through watching that video. They choose their certification, and it says, please put James Pankow as your trainer on all your forms to enrollment. So now it's just walking right through. So all you have to do is go in here, type in your name. You just change this up. If you need other links, or maybe you got your own financing opportunities. I know a lot of you guys are working in finance and you want to be able to produce the loans yourself. Then all you have to do is change the name. Please don't use my name and my brand to sell another product or service. That's the only thing I ask. Okay. And that's part of our terms. That's a huge no-no. We will shut you down if that happens, because we've just, number one, it's unethical. But number two, we don't want to be responding to tickets and requests and how's this and managing your stuff. That needs to be you. We had someone that was selling a business opportunity 10 years ago that turned out to be fraudulent, and they were doing it under my name. And it took me forever to chase them down, clean that up. And so we've learned real quick, we have to police our brand. You can use the TW3 brand as long as it's TW3 tools and business. If it's something else, do something else. Just put it under that name. Don't use my name. Okay. Just need to put that out there. But yeah, if you got your own financing, boom. If you got your enrolled credit card, if you got your own processing, boom, put it there. You can change everything here is editable. Okay. And we teach you in steps 1 through 6, which is why it's important to go through those steps. We get this so many times. Well, all it is talking about how to sell and build the TW3 funnel. Yes, but the skills you're learning in there is going to translate over into for your own skills. So if you need to know how to hyperlink something, you need to go through steps 1 through 6. And so when I click on that, where do I hyperlink it? Is right down here, and I can hyperlink it right there, of course. Okay. But you got to know that, and that's done through the training. But Gary's exactly right. You can do this. And what this is going to do is serve as an infrastructure, a template to go by for you to do the TW3 business or anything else. And I can't tell you how many times people have come in and said, hey, I'm going to do my own thing. Great. And then they figure out, oh man, I got to produce videos. Oh, I've got to produce this. I got to produce that. Terry's already got all this put together, and I get up to 80% of the commission already. Why am I trying to create my own thing? I'll just sell his stuff. So we get a lot of that too. And we welcome that. But whoever and however you want to do it, that's what we're here for. Okay. So anyway, let's see here. How do we get the new funnel? Simply by sending in a ticket through our chat bot, terrywilson3.com. Go to terrywilson3.com and just say, hey, can you send me and upload the new funnel? And I'll put it in there for free. Okay.
Hey, and then real quick, Terry, sorry about that. Didn't
you're
interrupt,
fine.
but oh yeah, Regina, brand new elite member. Guess what? Are you ready? She just sold her first deal, and it's an elite deal today. I don't know if she's on here today, but she's been doing this like 10 days. Okay. So man, that's just awesome. So I just want to put that out there too as well. So yeah.
Boom, boom, shake the room. And that's with the new funnel. And we've had some older members that never was big on selling. They were selling their own thing. And I got a text from them yesterday and said, Terry, I have got 5 appointments today just off of this new funnel. And so Thomas is saying, where is the well, you just click on it right there. I guess that was an older, but you just click on it and backspace and type it in. That's all you got to do. Everything here, you just click on it and edit it. So like if it's a button, you come over here and edit it. But if it's actual text, you just edit it right there. Anything, any of these texts, you can edit. Okay, if maybe you got your own packages, well, you go right there, you upload your image file, everything right there. So yeah. And is this being recorded? Absolutely, it's being recorded, and this will actually be out on YouTube because this is a public training. So any public training we put out for everyone to see, so you can catch it later.
And then also, hey, just give out the link to everything that Terry's showing right now with all the different it processes that lead. All you do is give out one link.
Yep.
Start this whole process. Okay, so it's really like you got somebody that's looking to make extra money. They're looking for services for their business. They're looking for software. They're looking for whatever it is. Just give them that link to what Terry's just showing right now. And that's it. It takes you out of the selling process, removes you out of that process. And you just let that whole thing operate. So just, just wanted to say that too. So, yeah.
Yeah, because Gary's right. Let the system do the selling. We have split test this thing, and I used this thing for a month before I released it to everyone. And the reason I did is I was trying to figure out how to navigate this sales narrative down to meeting people to where they're going to want to do something. And it's not necessarily buy something for me. Maybe it's something else, but I've talked them into doing something else. And so when you can do that and front load value the way we have and do it in such a non-salesy way to where they don't feel like they're being sold to, they feel like you're giving them value and they're excited about the next step. That is magic. And that's what this funnel does. And so, matter of fact, the lady of the hour, Regina, are you on? I just saw her log in. Regina came away from all those sales that she's making just to take a training real quick.
Right, man. She just give her a minute for the technical.
Hey guys,
how are you?
I'm good.
It's good to have you on. Boy, you are taking off like a rock star.
Blessed.
I'm telling you, and not only that, your people are bragging about you too. It's not just that the business you're producing, but it's the quality of business and the attitude of the business, because they're all coming back and say, hey, I know she's new, but boy, she is going to go somewhere.
Yeah, I hope so. Because I got a great coach behind me. So,
well, you do have the best coach in the business. Greenbacks is definitely a rock star, but you are picking up quick.
Yep.
Well, that is awesome. Congratulations on the new business.
Thank you.
All right.
Regina, so what? You just started 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And you got much?
I follow directions really well.
She does. Hey, Terry, she took the training. She did the training in 2-3 days. She started activity equals results. I'll tell everybody that she's doing activity. She's following everything that I'm telling her to do. She's not reinventing the wheel. And then all of a sudden now all this money's rolling in now. So yeah.
That is awesome. So the key here is don't just listen to the training, but actually do what the training says and you'll get results. Is that what you're telling me?
Absolutely. That's exactly what he said. Pause, follow, pause, and go back and do it. So I just did that.
Well, that is awesome. Well, I know you got in late. We did record this, but just to get you up to speed, anybody that comes in before the end of August, any new business you write, we're going to include that brand new sales funnel that you've already made so much use out of and making business off of. But anybody else that you write business to up until the end of August, they get that for free. That's going to be
awesome.
That's going to be our new tech bundle, which will run $497. But we're just wanting to get everybody in moving quick and making money just as quick as possible. So we've got that. And of course, you can tell your folks that if they want to do the business, they can, but then they can naturally take the funnel and use it as something that they're going to use for themselves, another business or anything like that. So
Absolutely. Thank you, Terry.
You got it. You got it. All right. Well, this has been a great training. And so here again, if you Google voice number qualify, well, Jane, our system doesn't work with Google Voice. The outbound phone system, the phone numbers have to come through our system, which is a registered number. So what we're talking about is how our system sends out mass text, mass voicemails, mass dials, and because it does all of that, there's some regulations that it has to qualify. So Google Voice is sort of a VoIP that you do one call at a time, so it really doesn't have anything to do there. So all right, let's see here. Any other questions? I'm going through here, making sure I got everybody. Can't find my login credentials. Any chance it can be resent to me? Yes. Just send in a ticket request through terrywilson3.com and say, hey, I've lost my login credentials, and we will send that to you. Let's see here. Hello, I sent you an email. I have not been able to start because I need help with the funnel. All right. Hey, Tanja, connect with your trainer. He will get with you and can help you get set back up on that. So just connect with him, and he can work with you on that. All right. And we'll get that going for you just as quick as possible. And that was let's see who Gary. That's Gary. That's you, and that is Tanja. If you can reach out to her for me,
Sure. Yeah.
and he'll take care of that for you, Tanja. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I don't want if Tanya or Tanja. I don't know, so I just want to make sure I'm saying your name.
It's Tanya. Hi, everyone. Tanya.
Okay. Good to have you, Tanja. Okay. Good to have you. My Southern accent's going to put an on everything, so I apologize. All right. Well, guys, do we have any other questions before we jump off of here? I hope we gave you some value today. Here again, get those phone numbers registered before the end of the month so your business don't go down. And if you are in pending or decline, get you a toll-free number. Make sure you understand the funnel. It's there if you want it till the end of the month, and it's $497. And any new business you write, we'll put that in with your new business, and that is an elite level funnel. And it can be used for other purposes. But I think once you see how much went into this right here, it's going to, what we have found is people who have joined TW3 for other purposes say, oh my God, this thing does all the selling for me. All I got to do is send out a link and it's doing everything for me. Why would I reinvent the wheel? And so that's what we've been finding, new people. So, I'm not going to make my own videos and come up with all this. And it's a product here that I can make. I mean, Regina today closed about $1,800. She made $1,750 already, just like that, using the funnel.
And built out some residual income too.
And then got $75 a month coming into her off of that business. So why reinvent the wheel? But got that. And then for you elite members, sub accounts after this month go up to $75 a month. So if you want any sub accounts at the old price, get them while the price is still $25 because we are going to have cost.
Jerry, hey, also, I'm surprised you didn't say something, man. We got a member that's got their camera on. I mean, it's just we just don't see this often. You know what I mean?
Hey, come back, Mark.
He's like, oh man, hold on.
Mark Dials. Mark, give us some feedback. What do you think? You've been with us forever, brother.
Hey, I was thinking that I was going to get away with, no comments about that, but Gary caught it. All right. But no, the only thing that I want to say about this whole thing is that, I've been around for, some time, and I've learned so much from Terry and Gary. And so, I called you the other day to thank you because, TW3 opens the whole spectrum of digital marketing. And I've been dabbling and dipping with a whole lot of things that I would know nothing about had I not became a member of TW3 and an elite member to be a part of this group. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you. And that means a lot coming from you because I know you do a lot of business.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Right. Gary, anything I left out?
By the way?
Yes. Oh, He closed it up. I got you. I got you.
Got that camera button ready, Terry.
I'm
man.
telling you, he's quick on the
you,
draw.
He's fast. You got to watch him, man.
That's it. That's it. All right. Gary, anything else I need to hit that I overlooked?
No, the main thing was the funnel. Definitely. I mean, it just the way everything is put together, it just makes it very user friendly for somebody to use that. And it just, if you're actually going to try to do that yourself, it's probably not going to happen. Okay. So for you to get your hands on this funnel and to be able to see everything behind the scenes under the roof, so to speak, it's just going to move you ahead in a lot of different ways. It's going to take your skill set. It's just going to add to it, wherever you're at. So if you're on here and your account's not active, or you need to reactivate it, or you need to get back into it, get that funnel, because you're going to learn so much, just by checking everything out behind the scenes, and we'll help you, if you need some help along the way, at the same time. But other than that, that's pretty much the main thing would be the funnel, for sure, to be able to, if you don't have it, get your hands on it as soon as you can, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, get it while the getting's good. We got it till the end of the month. If you're active, you get it for free. If you come on as a new member, you get it for free. After that's $4.97, because it's replacing our old tech bundle that we had. Okay. And so we don't want anybody to miss that opportunity. The only thing you got to do to get that is just simply go over to my website, terrywilson3.com. Click on that, and then go over to the chat bot, and you can click on the chat bot and just say, hey, send me the new funnel, and we'll load it up for you. Okay. So we'll load that up for you and get that over to you just ASAP. Can't stress enough, get that phone registered. There's nothing we can do if you don't take care of your business. Okay. So be a business professional and take care and responsibility for your business. So get that done. Okay. We don't want anybody saying, hey, I can't get my text to go out. So make sure that happens. Make sure also that if you want a sub account, you get that while the getting is good. Lori, did you have anything I need to cover on your end before we hop off that I might have missed or overlooked? You're always good about.
Well, I did want to mention, since there's a lot of new folks here and this is a public video, regarding the text message deliverability. If you'll just Google Lead Connector, they have a great knowledge base, and you'll find in there instructions on how to ramp up your text messages going out. So, like Terry said, you don't want to buy a list of 1,000 or 5,000 or whatever, and then just, press the button on all that. You have got to ramp that up. So there's guidelines on that. So day one, you might do, I can't remember the numbers, 10, and then day 2, you do 100, and then day 3, you do 500. So you're ramping up over like a 10-day period. And by the way, your emails work the same way. So you want to just take the time, be patient to ramp that up. And then when you get to that, after the 10 days of ramping, then you're golden. You're good to go after that.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's in the Lead Connector, which is, part of the app. That's a plugin that we use.
That's a plugin that pushes our data out, and it's called leadconnector.com, that you can go over to and see more information about that. I appreciate you bringing that up. You're right.
You bet.
But that has that information, but you got to condition the algorithm and teach the algorithm that you're a legitimate person and you're not out there spamming people and all that. And then you get a little more grace. So if you do screw up, and by the way, one thing I can tell you, the way our trigger links work in our app is it monitors the activity of the client. Okay. So if the client clicks on this, it's sending information back to the app. And the reason it's called a trigger link is it can either trigger another response through automation. It can trigger something through the analytics. It can do all kinds of things. That technology is looked at as spyware if you don't have a reputation that says, no, this is a legitimate person. So another thing I would tell you is don't put trigger links, short links in any text or email until you're up and running and you got a great deliverability rate and all that. Well, you say, well, Terry, what do I do? It's real simple. In your text, or excuse me, in your email, you simply put a link to your web page, which is not, it can't be monitored. That's just a link to a web page. Then on that web page, you put your offer or your RMP offer, whatever you want, and you trigger that way. Okay. If I'm sending text initially, I'm not putting links in there. I'm saying, hey, Gary, I sent you an email. If you don't see it, check your junk, spam, or promotional folder, because in it's got the information I need to get to you. That's all text. That is no links at all. I'm conditioning them to open up my email. And then when they open up my email, I'm seeing a link, not a trigger link yet. Now, as you get into it and your deliverability's up, then you start bringing in the trigger links and stuff like that. And it will allow you to monitor the activity, trigger other activities and stuff like that. So just a little word to the wise that you want to do when you're first starting out for best business practices. Terry, there are some things like calendar links, opt-ins, etc., that are not being scored. Are you creating a trigger link for those? Because if you do, that the analytics will pick up on it if it's a trigger link.
Okay, well, I went out to the A2 P website, and it said that some things like that, they're not scoring, but go out and double check that. But I read that yet.
Yeah, it's not being held against you if it's like a calendar link. Yes.
Yeah, right.
But if you do it as a trigger link, because that's looked at as a web page. That's like if you send it like to our calendar or our web page, or maybe a third party like Calendly or something like that. That's looked at as a web page that you're going to, and it doesn't get scored. If you if you do the short link and make it a trigger link, you're now monitoring that click and you're triggering that click to do something else that is scored. And so that's my point. Don't put trigger links in text initially, or email for that matter. Don't do that. Get your deliverability up, get your rating up, and then once your rating is high enough, you can start implementing that slowly.
Thank you for that. So inside of a text message or an email, we don't want to put any links initially. Now, I do all the time because, I've got to score high enough in my email and my text that I can do that. But I just started another number, a toll-free number, and you'll notice that toll-free number, I don't even put links at all. I'm just text. Okay. Just let them respond to the text.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate
man.
It.
Absolutely. All right, guys, this has been a great
inspiring, informative, and informational.
This is TTW3.